Boom! What's going on, guys? Welcome into your energy news beat here on this gorgeous Friday, March 12th, 2021. As always, I'm your humble correspondent, Michael Tanner, coming to you from an undisclosed location in Denver. Pre-snowstorm. We're supposed to get about 2 feet here, so it'll be very interesting. Like with natural gas prices, it's inflated. We'll probably only get 6 inches. As always, I'm joined by the executive producer of the show, the purveyor of the show, and the director and publisher of the world's greatest website, EnergyNewsBeat.com. Stuart Turley, how you doing today, my man?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, but we had a great packed house today for our webinar this morning.
We did have a great case study webinar. You can check that out. sandstonecg.com / I don't actually know what the backslash is. I'll put it in the show notes here. Working on my sound. Apparently I've been having sound issues. I don't, as you guys know, I don't have to rewatch the show, so I think I just have to turn myself down a little bit. So yeah, we got a great show for you guys lined up. You can check all that in a bag of chips out to my left, but continue to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us online, EnergyNewsBeat.com. We're also, for the 7 of you who use an Android, we do have an app, but we'll make sure to begin on that Apple app here very soon. Stu owns 2 of the 7 Androids in America, so there's only about 5. So who knows? Probably maybe 1 or 2, probably not. We look at the markets today. It's yields all day. I'll read you top line indices. SPY finishes flat. Nasdaq drops 1%. Dow Jones actually reaches all-time highs, up 0.75 percentage point. 10-year yield spikes 9.5 basis points, or about 6.5 percentage points for that 10-year yield. Not good, and that's again part of the reason why you're seeing Nasdaq down, Dow Jones up. Bellwether stocks who are solid in that credit basis are going to be able to have access to that 30-year yield, that front end of the curve. Companies like Netflix, Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft, all down at least 1.5 percentage points. With tech and communication service being the 2 biggest losers among S&P 500. On the data side, we saw a couple things. The relief bill from the stimulus is supposed to, at least with the direct checks, hit this weekend. I saw somewhere about 30% of all that is expected to flow into the stock market from those $1,400 checks. So, I'd probably be buying GameStop this weekend if you can't. Start buying GameStop calls. There's $350 billion in local, state, and tribal government relief. Biden also made his first primetime address last night. He directed to make all eligible adults ready for the coronavirus vaccine by May 1st. Now, that's not everybody getting the vaccine. That's everybody will be eligible, so you can get shot up if you want. We did not get jobless claims today, which is interesting. We will get them next Wednesday. We'll get them next week. So nothing on the data front. I mean, really, it's just yields are going to tell the tale as we move in here. We saw inflation come in at about 1.7 percentage points earlier this week, and we can sit here all day and debate those numbers, but it'll just be pretty interesting. Let's move over to the crude oil side and take a look at our other indices. Bitcoin drops about 1.5% today, 57,000. Crude oil sheds about 0.75 percentage point, 65.53. Brent traded 69.17, 61.91 for the back end of that WTI curve. Just out of breath. The bulls, I think, have been in control for oil for so long. I think these last 2 days are just everybody taking a deep breath. I think some of the fallout from the OPEC decision, we understand that there's a lot more oil probably coming on the market. But I mean, to sit here today at $65 oil, I ain't mad about it. Natural gas continues its tumble, even amid the fact that Denver's about to get pounded. I've even heard Wyoming's supposed to get more. $2.59. That's about 3 percentage points in the front end of that natural gas curve. Back end, $2.82. That's about 2.62 percentage points off that index. E&P Securities, they shed 1.7 percentage points. Oilfield Services drops 1.8 percentage points. If you're holding Dogecoin, 5 cents, it's down about 2.6 percentage points. Again, that's on the downside. We're seeing Continental lose 3 percentage points. Sundance loses 5 percentage points. Mexico Energy Corporation losing 5.7. This is interesting numbers on the upside. Laredo Petroleum, they're up 3.6 percentage point. Earthstone, we love them. They're up 4.2 percentage point. Offshore driller Talos Energy, they're up 5.8 percentage point. SM Energy, from the brink of death, up 6.6 percentage point. And Prime Energy Resources Corporation up 11 percentage points. Stu, internationally, what do we have today, my friend?
Hey, it's a pretty light day in the neighborhood in the world here, but our first one is going to bring up, Michael, a really big trendsetter, I think.
Yep.
First one is in France, and the article is France's biggest insurer dumps German power plant over coal. Is the oil and gas market next? And so when you take a look at AXA SA, which is France's biggest insurer, it's dropping the energy giant RWE AG as a client.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. So this is going to turn into all of a sudden, your insurance agent is going to determine whether you keep your door open or not. That is a big article. It is on the Energy News Beat, and it's pretty frightening. Okay,
Yeah, I
going on
won't
to the
sleep
next.
tonight because of it.
Whoa, I'll tell you what, it is frightening though, Michael. If
I'm
you
just
take
giving you
it,
a hard time.
okay, I'm about ready to make your day here. Okay, take a look at this one. Who's the good, the bad, and the commodities
Hey, can I
problem?
guess? Can I guess here? Let's play a little game here. Let me guess. So what? So the article is who are the winners and losers from? Give me the scenario.
Surging oil and commodity prices.
Okay,
Give
so
me some
I'm
hints.
going to go some of the and I don't know how they break it down, but some of the winners are smaller OPEC countries whose revenue is heavily tied to oil and gas production. Nigeria is going to be huge on there.
Right.
I bet Iran and Iraq are going to be on there. I bet Russia is going to like surging oil prices.
Right.
Losers. This is interesting. Who loses in this scenario? Well, I think gas prices are going to go up. We're already
Right.
seeing that. So the American or the consumer is going to lose on petrol. Who else? I'm going to go with those. I know those are probably right, but I'm probably missing. So let's read the list. How close did I get?
Hey, show's over. No, I'm just kidding. No, you're dead on right. There's a couple of them in there. Australia, though, had a downturn, big downturn, and it is performed better than any other major currency with strength in it. So they're in the winner side.
Love the Aussies.
Yeah, we love Aussies. Zambia, which you've been to, I believe.
Stu, Zambia.
Oh, I'm from Texas. Come on, give me a break.
Okay.
Hey, they defaulted on their EU money. And yeah, so they're at 22% interest. I know you keep beating me up about, inflation. 22% inflation.
It's a big number. We need to start sending our wheelbarrows over there.
Oh, absolutely. And I got a wheelbarrow that got built out now. We're gonna have that bad bug.
It's so good.
Okay, but that's about it, Michael. And the Dominican Republic is also in the big holy cow Batman moment. But anyway, Pakistan's also in the big loser. So pretty mild week today. Sure appreciate you. It's going to be great to give a hall pass out.
Yeah, no, it's going to be great. Appreciate all those stories via the world's greatest international news desk, EnergyNewsBeat.com. Here's my thing. We've got a couple things. We've got rigs, Northern Oil and Gas earnings, and then we'll end with a little Ovintiv sale. We'll cover rig counts. They shed a rig. Good to see. I mean, rising oil prices, rig, we lose one. Bravo. Hey, I don't applaud rig counts that much, but probably what needs to happen is have rig counts stay fairly flat. So that's good to see. Northern Oil and Gas, their quarterly, it was about a 4.6 or 4.4% off on what was expected. They came out with quarterly earnings about 64 cents a share, missing the consensus of about 67. They did earn about 50 cents a share year. So, they do actually, what was they? Let's see if they, what were they up? What was their stock price up? Street didn't like it, down 1.75 percentage points. So, even though you missed, revenues came in about $99.5 million to give you an idea that about $160 in revenues last quarter, or in 2020, I guess. It's 2021, so
what planet am I on?
Exactly. It's a good question. Finally, this dropped from Reuters later this afternoon. Ovintiv is in advanced talks with privately owned investment firm to sell South Texas shale basin for more than $800 million. It's selling some Eagle Ford assets, part of their multi-year plan to divest over $1 billion in assets. The prospective buyer is Pontum Energy Capital, which is run by the ex-team of Felix Energy. So they're back in the Eagle Ford game. $800 million, Stu. You know website done?
Oh, absolutely. I'd do it for $800 million. So that was the artist formerly known as Ovintiv, correct? Yeah, in Canada.
As you know, the Kimmeridge has come out and put a nice, fat ESG, activist position in this.
Yep.
So
that'll be
this is
interesting.
good.
Follow.
I mean, it depends. Is Doug Suttles going to get a raise because of this? That's the real question.
I don't know how to bet on that anymore.
But yeah, what we missed today, Stu? Anything before we let him go?
Shout out to Ryan Ray for helping us out from the War Room Media, and just appreciate him stopping by today.
Love it, guys. But with that, we're going to let you get out of here. with your permission, or excuse me, with our permission, you can tell your boss to shove it. You can take off the rest of the day. We will see you guys on Monday for the world's greatest energy news show, courtesy of Energy News Beat. Love you guys. See you, Stu.